Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Well, let's check it out. Let's see what I got for you right now. Well, if you like those type of cards that you say, what is this? Where it comes from? Don't have a clue, but I like it. And you know what? I'm liking the color too. Well, if you like those type of cards that you don't really know what it is until you hear the name, then we are on the right track. And then these are the type of vehicles that you would like to see in videos. What I got for you right now, it's a 143 scale FSO Syrena, or Syrena, however you call it, 105 Bosto. Now, what is this car? Well, I just mentioned before it's an FSO. And just for your, if you feel that you were lost before I even said FSO, well, welcome to my club because I I consider myself that I have a bit of knowledge on cards. I'm no means an expert. I'm not trying to be no expert. I'm not trying to give you a philosophy story about a brand. I'm just giving you my little knowledge that I may share with you guys. But in this car, until very recently, I found out that Syrena is actually an FSO. You know what I mean? And I didn't really know that. I mean, it's an FSO, and then they also after that call them the FSM. But at the end of the day, they all have the same story, if I'm not mistaken. But I was just quite shocked that the Syrena model was actually part of FSO. I thought, in my own little mind, Syrena was a little brand from Poland. I know it was a Polish brand, but I thought it was actually a brand itself. So, but I overread the Syrena. It was an FSO. So it was a Syrena was a model name, and they have different numbers like the 102, the 103, the 104, the 105. The one that we're looking at right now was the last one of the last Syrena design. Now I love how they call it design because if I look the 102 and the 103s and the 104s, they all kind of look alike. I mean, very little change. Maybe the grill changes and maybe the turn signal light. I see the 104 and the 105, they're bigger. But beyond that, there's not much of a difference. Now, this says here the Syrena Bosto, it's a panel van from its pickup sister, the Syrena R20. It was introduced with the 104 model originally. Now, the final model finished production in 1983. Just so you know, the Syrena models throughout the years, I'm going to say throughout the whole years, they started from 1957 till 1983. Okay? I'm trying to understand this FSO and FSM. I know they were basically Polish brands. Now, the 105, now I'm a little curious. The 105 was actually an FSM. Let me figure this out. Okay, basically the FSM was a brand between FSO and Fiat, so they could start making the 126. So all of these brands, they're all connected. The FSM, the FSO. I think the FSM was just under under the model name. Now, going back to this tongue twisting story, because it's getting better. I'm telling you, my knowledge on this car is very, very little. I see them in pictures, I never seen them in person, but my knowledge is very little. Now, these cars had two engines, the 746 cc's, and those were between 1956 till 1966. And then from 1966 till 1983, it was 842 cc's. The 842 cc's was a three cylinder. The original one was a two cylinder. Oh, because I forgot to finish what I was going to say. FSO was building this model until 1972. From 1972 till 1983, FSM took over, which is a sub brand of FSO. So this is actually a FSM Syrena. Sorry for the confusing. I don't want to be more confusion than a storyteller. I want to make sure you understand more than confuse you more. So, my apologies. Going back to the Bosto, it was basically the last generation. The 105 generation was the last one. So they were actually built until 1983. Whew, I'm exhausted. Just trying to figure out the story of this car. It took me a long time to figure out. Now, transmissions, before I forget, it's a 4-speed manual transmission. And let me tell you, throughout all these years, there was about almost 30 years, in to be exact, 26 years that they built this model. The not 26, I'm sorry. Yeah, 26 years that they built this model. They produced 521,311 models altogether. I mean, I guess they were only sold in Poland and maybe some surrounding countries. I'm figuring. Well, I'll leave it to you to give me that information. I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this FSM, FSO. I don't want. I know there may be some FSM fanatics out there. I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm just a little confused with all this brain sub brand name and everything. But if it's making sense to you, then it's making sense to you. All right, everyone. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this car. I mean, this panel van. Did you like them? Did you think by 1983 this is already way too old fashioned? But at the same brand, we really cannot judge because there's a few brands out there that carry models from the 50s into the 80s. Mini Cooper, I think Citroën 2CV was still being produced. The Renault 4. I mean, we got brands that were from Western European brands, and we're talking about, and they were still being made. So, hey, if it worked, it worked, right? Even the Volkswagen Beetle was an old school model from back in the 40s, actually, and late 30s. Okay, going back to this, let me know what you guys think. Was it ever sold in your country? Did you ever seen one of these as a car, as a panel van like this one? Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. Thank you so much. And don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.